I got another tractor in here. Yeah, you're probably going to say, oh, this thing's going to catch on fire with all that stuff in there. Well, I agree. The kids were supposed to clean it off, and they never did. But that's okay. It will be cleaned off soon enough. But until then, I'm just going to get the air blower and blow that out of there so to keep from contaminating what I'm doing. Yeah. What am I doing? Well, what I have is a worn out part on this tractor. And I'll show you here in a second what it is. Yeah, you got to look at my nostrils while I put on my glove. Because I always grease these power takeoff shafts, but as you can see that and hear it, that thing wobbles. And it doesn't look like much, but when you run that down through a drive line, it's really a lot of wobble. So what I'm doing is actually going to pull that out of there, and I'm going to take this off of here right now is what I'm working on. I've got the I got the impact gun here. And I'm going to take that off of there and then pull that out of there, and I actually have the replacement part. And I'll show you that as soon as I get done tearing this out of here. What you up to, Mr. Tim?
I'm done.
You're done? Okay. Well, come on. There, the doggone thing didn't want to come out of there. So, yeah. Remember my lousy wow, that's amazing. I put O-rings in there. I cut those grooves, if you remember me busting bits before. But I put those grooves in there for the O-rings to keep it from just to keep it from wobbling, and it did work. It's like a dampener. So go get me that other power takeoff shaft that's over by the drill press. Drill press. Jesus Christ, you walked by it 55 times. Yeah, I know you're sorry. So, I'm picking on Tim again. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm cursing again. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm just a pain in the ass, aren't I? Actually, this one here wobbles like hell, too. So this is a new power takeoff shaft. This one. Okay. And I stopped using it because I didn't want to destroy it. And I didn't want to cut grooves in it like I did to that one. So the part that Timothy is going to pull out of that thing, if you can see it here, go ahead, flop it out. Do not drop it. Do not get it dirty. Okay, hold it in place. Hold it so I can stick this in here. This is what this does. Ooh. There's no wobbling. No wobbling at all. So that's what I'm replacing. Because it's just going to eat the drive line on the baler. So I haven't figured out whether I'm going to use the dampened one that I cut the O-ring grooves in, or if I'm going to use the go ahead and use the new one. I think I'm going to try the dampened one first, to be honest with you. But anyway, so I got to pull this housing off of here, and then boom, she comes out, and that goes in. So,
Boiling mess?
I don't think so. I have no idea, but
I think it's dry.
I don't know. We're going to find out. There's no... Give me a bigger gun. Impact gun. Okay. Here's what it looks like in there. So that's a back. Oh, here, pick up that light and shine it directly onto there. So, oh, I got chest pain. Maybe I'm dying. Up high.
Holy crap.
Up high. Up high.
Oh, this?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, interesting. So I guess I gotta pull this housing off of here. There's what, 3 or 4 bolts there?
Yeah.
4 bolts and that housing comes out of there. And then if you want to
take this piece off.
Well, no, I only need to take the housing off. That all comes together.
Oh.
So I'm going to take the housing off of there, and that should expose that part. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think it's a good shot. But first, before I get too far, I'm actually going to shove that shaft right back up its ass.
Look at the ring gear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's your ring gear in there, if you could see it underneath. There's a tin piece. Wow, the ass end of these tractors are just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, yeah. Alright, Tim, go ahead and hold that flash there, the camera there. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to
slide that thing back in.
Slide that thing back to where it belongs. Because that's how you got to do that. Yeah, look at that. See, the crazy thing is with like the 4960.
Nope. Here.
Hold on. Let me get my glove off here. The thing with the 4960 is that shaft that I just replaced there, back inside. The 4960 would be the full length. That would actually come all the way out. And if I can see correctly, you see that? That looks like it's been chewing on that thing for some reason. You see that? The end of that shaft looks like it's chewed on.
Yeah, it is.
It does, doesn't it? Alright. So, anyway, I don't know what would have chewed on it because that thing there isn't chewed on.
Oh, yeah, it's chewed.
It was tasty, too. I was really hungry. Nothing. It says this side out. That's a ring for the retainer. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and pop that off of there, and then we're going to get into it again and see what the hell the deal is. Wow. Amazing.
I'm going to go get more Speedy Dry.
I got a feeling this has been off of here before, and that shaft has had an issue. Because down in here, that is, you see, look down the hole. There's no chewing in there.
No.
Like that thing was replaced. Now, if I got that right, where's that new part?
In the box there.
Alright. This is not the first time this has been replaced. I just got a feeling. Because look, there it is. That's what you see here and down in there. So, okay. So I'm going to pull that off to pull them gears and see where we go from there. Right?
Yep.
Right. What are you going to do with Speedy Dry?
So I'm going to go get more Speedy Dry.
Get me 2 bags of it. 3 bags of it. I don't care what it costs. This stuff running all over hell. Alright, might as well do a long running video. We were at 20. Thing. That's fine. So the big bearing goes out that way. The little bearing goes out this way. Alright, I'm going to pause this. Because I got to see if those bearings are pressed on or whether they just come out.
Got there.
Oh, new bearings. I guess I kind of skipped a little bit, didn't I?
Yep.
Alright, well, here's what's happened since I didn't turn the camera on. I had to go to the local bearing house or bearing shop and get new bearings for this shaft. The reason being, this bearing here, I could have got a press on to pull it off. but you don't know whether you're going to break it or not, so I figured, alright. And this one here had no shoulder to get a hold of, so I'd have to destroy it anyway. And I figured, you know what the hell, I might as well just put new bearings in. So I had to go to a local bearing shop and get the bearings for it. So I got the bearings, and I had to take this gear here off, and yeah, I had to take that gear off. This gear here is actually, it's in 1,000 RPM, but there's a spring and everything in that mechanism. If you can see, I'm moving that up and down. And that, I'll show you a little bit in more detail. But I'm going to start this bearing here. I have a brass punch. Now you're supposed to press these on if you got a press. I don't have a press. So you just got to get it started here. Once you get them started, and like that, hopefully it stays started. Sometimes they don't. You just tap a little here. There? Nope, it's over here. Nope, didn't do it. Yeah, you could tap those. I'll tell you what the best thing to do is to find yourself a socket that fits on the inside of that thing. Watch your toe.
I got it.
Always use a clean socket. This one is not clean. I'm breaking my own rules.
Yep.
You really kind of want to keep things clean.
A little dirt in them.
Yeah, a little bit of dirt. So what I got to do now is actually clean it off. After I get the thing seated, which shouldn't take me too much. I think I have enough. I'm using Lubriplate assembly lubrication for the shafts. It's just for engines, and of course it works on all. It works on all the everything. You can take a look at that. But yeah, damn. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this thing the rest of the way down to the point. Always use a brass hammer so that you don't peen over the square hole where your impact gun or whatever else you've got goes on there, because if you do, you're going to be pissed off at yourself later. So yeah, this one actually has to go quite a ways. Just kind of keep your eye on it. Always wear safety glasses, because you don't want to end up blind over something stupid. So there, that's pretty good actually. So now I'm using a brass punch
And a brass hammer.
and a brass hammer. Brass flakes off, so you kind of gotta be careful with what you're doing here. And I got a phone call coming. Let me see what I got. Okay, so what's happening there is I think that thing's trying to flake off, so I got to be careful here. But
Don't worry, I got the camera blocking my eyes.
well, I've got my hand over it so it doesn't hit you. But brass generally isn't as fast to flying metal as what steel is. That's totally George, isn't it?
Yep.
We're all the way down.
And just like this one.
Yep, it is. Ready? Let's go ahead. Okay. Now, Desperado's on his way in here. So what I want to do is, you can see where the brass kind of, it doesn't damage anything. It will dent the keepers for the rods, and the bearing, but for the most part, this thing is ready to go back together. Oh, I'm going to, there's no need for me to do anything to this because it runs in hydraulic oil. So what I'll do is I'll take that, I'm going to set that there, and now we're going to go ahead and start putting this assemblage back together. No we're not. No we're not. We have a new seal to go in here. I believe. Yes.
Oh.
George?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you take Grandpa back up to Flemington?
I did.
Okay.
Didn't you?
No.
Did you take your grandfather? Okay. Always a good idea. What the hell is that?
Oh, with what?
That metal.
Looks like the inside of the seal.
Oh, it is. Good. I think it is. Is that a good
Yep.
thing? Okay, good. Well, I'm hoping that the other one doesn't do. I'm hoping the other one comes right out. So, anyway, you gotta pop the old seal out of there, like so. Now this is where it's gonna be tricky because,
Yep.
hey, don't do that. Got the oil all over yourself.